Hello. I hope this message finds everyone staying safe, warm, and with water and power, especially after the recent weather events. Please reach out to a neighbor and ask for help. We're all here for each other. I think this last inclement weather event proved that, and was a great showing on Facebook, at least to see all of the support for everybody. This is the February update from the board of the HOA, and my name is Tom Ehrman. I am the newly elected secretary to the board. I've lived in Villages of Willow Bay North now for just over 5 years and moved down here from Highlands Ranch, Colorado with my wife and 3 children, who now is 2. My eldest is fully settled in Boston. I've got a sophomore at the University of Texas in Austin and a senior at the University of North Texas up in Denton. Some of the things that we've been working on as a board here for the last month and the last update is we've been having multiple what's called organizational meetings. One of the big things that we've done, we have now established our meeting cadence for board meetings. So going forward, the board meetings will be the last Wednesday of every month, 6:30. Encourage everyone to please attend. The first one again, Wednesday, March 31st, and again 6:30, and then going forward from there, it will be every last Wednesday of the month. Easy to remember, with the meetings being virtual, easy to attend. Other things that we have done is we've really focused on some internal workings of the board. We've looked at how do we communicate as a board. We've adopted this new technology called Voxer. It really works great for sending quick snippets. If you're on a council or if you're on a committee with us, you'll see we use that with the committees as well. We think it really lends itself well to quick voice messages, to text messages, to pictures, to anything. But it's really been very efficient. Best part about it is it's free. Other things that we've been working on, we've kicked off our homeowner satisfaction survey committee. This is going to allow the voice of the community to be heard in terms of how are things going, what they value, as well as what they'd like us to do going forward. Other things we've been doing is looking at the ACC request process. We are very pleased to report that we've actually been now trending to a week or less for all the approvals that have been out there. It helps to be very specific, include samples, pictures, details. The more you give us, the quicker we can improve it. But please plan on the 30 days allowed. Don't sign your contractor up to start working the next day. Make sure you check all the regulations and that you're all within the plans. And make sure you submit the ACC request to the management company. The email for that is VillaWB@SierraMail.com. That is VILLAWB@SierraMail, CIRAMAIL.com. You're going to hear me emphasize that email a couple of times. That is very important for all communications. Other things that we've been focused on here is violations, unfortunately. Not a topic we like to talk about, but we've got aged violations over 2 years that we've been dealing with. And unfortunately, it sets bad examples for other homeowners of what's allowed, where they may pattern something, as well as it can just quite frankly be an eyesore if not addressed. And so what we are going to start doing is every board meeting, during the board only portion of it, we are going to be discussing the 3 oldest violations that we have, discussing our action plan to close them and what we need to do, as well as then following up in the next meeting on have those been closed and where are we at with those. Some of them are going to be very simple to rectify, others may not, but we need to look at how do we get our violations cleared up and current. Other things that we've been talking through as a board is we've heard a lot of comments on responsiveness of RealManage. And as issues are brought to our attention, we are beginning to address these directly with RealManage. RealManage does have a email that is the email I mentioned before. Again, VillaWB, as in Villages of Willow Bay, VillaWB, VILLAWB @SierraMail, CIRAMAIL.com. And that email is tracked. So every time anyone touches it within RealManage, even if it's just internal communication about the email, it's noted. Please make sure you use that. That's going to allow us to follow up on it. Some of them we are able to go back and put in where we need to make improvements in the performance of RealManage. Others show that it was within line of expectations, and we just need to make sure that we follow up on that. Other things we've been talking through is how to make the board more accessible. First and foremost, we encourage everyone to please attend the board meetings, as that's going to be the easiest way to get to us all monthly and voice any concerns. Additionally, several of you on the Facebook family page, you may have just seen where Tony posted in a reminder to like and follow the Villages at Willow Bay HOA page. It is different from the family page, and it is where we will be posting official communication such as this, and then we can share from there. Other things we're looking at is more standard means of email communication to the board members and how to make us more accessible. Other things we've been looking into is how can we have events within our community. We've been asked by several. We are researching what our legal and liability rights are in order to be able to have events, given COVID-19 is still an active part of our lives today. But it's changed a lot in the last year, and it's beginning to continue to get better with vaccines and with other things going forward. So we want to begin planning for events, and does not mean we are going to committing to have them, but we need to begin planning to have those so that if we can, we're ready to go. We've been asked for things like Easter egg hunt, which is just coming up about a month from now. What we'd like to do is help people be part of this. If you're interested in being part of the committee, please reach out to us and let us know. We'd love to pull some people together, start getting some ideas of what we want to do, and begin to get the community involved. Lastly, one of the things that we want to do is remind everyone, how do we keep our community standards up within our community? And it's not just your home, but it's your neighbors, it's the common space, it's everything else. If you see an issue in the community which needs to be addressed, especially in the common areas, please report it to RealManage. And again, the email, I told you you're going to get tired of me saying this, is VillaWB@sierramail.com. VILLAWB@sierramail.com. If you see it with your neighbor's property, please speak with them first. And we encourage you to do that if you're comfortable. See if they need help. Maybe they need some help in resolving it. Also keep in mind that if you do make changes to your properties, for example, putting in raised flower beds, you're also committing to maintain that going forward. Just putting it in is not enough. It's going to need to be weeded. It's going to need to be looked after and cared for going forward. If you feel that you need to report a violation or a concern anonymously, please go out to the SierraNet portal. It's the resident portal at SierraNet, CIRANET.com/resident portal. You should have a profile out there to where you should be paying your dues. Update your profile, but you can also report any type of concerns you have, as well as a anonymous violation report. Lastly, we are beginning to look at how do we maintain our Frisco 5-star neighborhood rating, as well as we're beginning to look into the next step of that, which is the gold standard, and how do we become a gold standard neighbor. And hopefully you'll hear some more about that, about some things we're doing to maintain the 5-star neighborhood rating, as well as looking how we grow that. What we'd hope is that you folks want to get involved. We're currently looking for people for the beautification committee. For the photography committee, we've got some great pictures coming in, but we'd like some more. We've talked about the social and activity committee that we'd like to get going. How do we get that going? Any other ideas? Please reach out to us and let us know. So with that, I'm going to close the meeting, thanking everyone for their time. Again, as I open, hoping everyone's staying safe. Please reach out if you need help. As was on the family page, and I think it was a great quote, that there's no harm in asking for help and no shame in accepting it. So please feel free to continue to look after your neighbors. And if you have anything that you need, do not be afraid to ask. Thank you very much for your time.